was an expanding leader. As you know, he was a visionary leader, but he had you want to put it down, he had a multiplying mindset. Okay? Write this, pray. God would create in all of us a multiplying mindset. But when you look at one, immediately you're thinking of two. When you look at 4, the multiplying mindset tells you, I must go on to 6, I must go on to 8, I must go on to 20. A multiplying mindset. Paul was always establishing the eldership so that he could move on. That they would not just be dependent on him being there, but it was like, I should not be here. You guys multiply this, I'm going to start something else. He was pioneering. He had a multiplying mindset that he was ready to go somewhere else. Can you follow with me with a statement in your notes there? The clearer we are about what we are trying to achieve and how to achieve it, the greater the possibility of harnessing resources to hit it. I want to ask you a few questions, if you could write it down. What do you see in your people today? What do you see in your church today? And I want to encourage you, we all see limitations, we all see problems, we all see the lack, but don't be bound by these limitations. We have to see what God is able to cause us to see. To tell you the truth, I told you about how poor Liberia is. I go into that place not telling them that I can give you the money to help you. I don't go in there to tell you that, hey, this is a good way that you can do church. But principally, I'm telling them, God is the one that can change your whole situation. The gospel can transform your destiny. This is what I see. And I'm seeing multiplication for them. Multiplication of what God can do. Multiplication of what they can do in their community. So you and I, what do you see? The clearer you are in what you want to achieve and what you want to do, the greater the possibility that you will see it done. I want to encourage, many of us, we are leaders, we are pastors here. We are all busy with activities, busy with our families, busy with so many things. One of the things that I want to encourage you to do is, would you take time with God? Would you take time with God somewhere between now and the end of the year, hopefully not too long to come? Would you take time with God and sit down and write down, what do you really want to do? What do you really want to see? Make it as clear as possible. Okay, make it as simple, clear, so that you know what you want to do. With the opportunity that I have to travel, in the last few years, I'm telling myself, I'm not just traveling to convenient places. I want to travel to places where I see God's opportunity to open doors for our church planting. For example, I go to Darjeeling, I'm looking at Bhutan, I'm looking at Sikkim, I'm looking at Bangladesh. These are places that need God to open the doors to get in there. I'm traveling to these places. I travel to West Africa, Liberia. Why? It takes more than 36 hours to fly there. And I'm exhausted, by the time we get there. But why am I going there? I'm going there because there are 16 countries in West Africa that can be touched and can be impacted by the gospel. The entire transformation of that place can happen if our leaders capture the vision of God. Amen? So, church, I want you to look at your place. I want to look at your people. I want you to look at the opportunities that are there and say, God, open up your vision for me. Open up your vision. Do change in my life. I'm not going to just look small. I'm not just going to look at the problem. I'm not just going to look at what lack there is. I want to look up to you and say, God, you are the God of all possibilities. We know the word, but we are not really believing it and applying it enough. Amen? Okay? So, first is the vision within yourself. I pray that you take time, process your mind, process your heart, take time to process your life with God.